Oh yeah!
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. We've loaded into a blank sandbox park. Sandbox, sorry folks. Hey Jimpers, welcome. Here waiting to showcase the Giga Dive coaster I've made. And got the code, and let's check it out. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. I decided to try something a little different this evening, and set the broadcast up ahead of my start time. That's the code right there. Okay. I know if I load it up and it's on the first page, I don't have to worry about typing the code in. Well, let's go check it out. Oops. That's it right there. Red Wing. Let me bump it up just a little so it's not going under any terrain. Yeah, that's good there. Alright, let's set the exit. The entrance is already set. What? Custom lift hill support is gone? What in the torment? What's going on, band player? Welcome in. I take it you made custom supports as scenery, and they just didn't carry over. Speeding up the left hill. Yeah, it wasn't too terribly long. There must be a little bit of a delay because I saw that message at the very top of the at the top of the lift hill. I'm like, well, it's too late now, I guess. All right, here we go. That's an interesting element right there. Alright. That's the ride right there. So, let's talk about the elements. We've got an Immelmann with a lot of hang time, a dive loop with a lot of hang time, really nice 0G roll, and kind of this interesting, like, half loop with a rollout into the mid-course, a drop, kind of another Immelmann, and a slightly off-axis vertical loop. It feels more like a vertical loop, but it's almost like kind of a sidewinder. You get a nice airtime hill, and then a kind of a heartline roll into the final brakes. This is a cool coaster. I really like the layout. I really like the kind of the sequence of elements that you have. How are the test results? Man, that doesn't do it justice. Like, I would ride this 10 times. This is a great coaster. Your G-forces look really good. The laterals are a little bit high, but not anything outrageous. Great vertical. Some good negative vertical Gs, so some good airtime. You get a small pop of airtime, probably off of that hill there, but you get really good hang time at the top of these first two elements, which I really like. This is a fantastic dive coaster. I think it is underrated based on these there. Coasters all have high lats, and I don't really know. I mean, I kind of do just from a variety of coasters and stuff, but I don't know what 1, 2, 3 lateral Gs feels like compared to the vertical Gs and stuff like that, so it's a little bit hard to evaluate from a rider's perspective rather than just looking at the stats on paper. But this really isn't that bad. I mean, I've seen coasters that are 4 to 5 in the lateral department and a bit too high. I don't think 2 and change is too much. I'm just looking to see. It's probably somewhere around here or over there. JP, what's going on, man? Welcome. Yeah, 2.4. Yeah, so I think it peaks somewhere around here. Maybe over here. That is a bit of a tight turn. I think you could probably do without some of these brakes. Maybe that right there, you could do like a helix into the final brakes. I mean, it's slow enough at this point. I don't think you need that much. But that was really good. I like this coaster a lot. I would absolutely consider using it in one of my parks, whether current or future. But super well done. It's a beautiful coaster too. Like, it looks very visually pleasing. I remember being on the outside of the final helix with my uncle on my left and being crushed. Specific coaster I made a bit ago. 3 will slam you into the side of the car? Okay. I was gonna say, I try to keep my laterals under 2. The drop after the mid-course is beyond vertical as well as the first drop. I can see the first drop going beyond vertical. I did not catch that on the mid. Oh yeah, a little bit right there. Yeah, wow. On the beast, okay. This looks like maybe 100... Maybe 100 degrees, and then the second one there looks maybe like 95, if I had to take a rough guess. It's a little tough to visualize. Don't leave the park, I want you to see the lift support. Okay. If you re-upload it, tell me and I'll I'll update it. I got a little bit of a later start than I wanted to, but I've been fairly busy today, trying to get some stuff taken care of around the home. And I've got to go back to work tomorrow, so I was not feeling great yesterday. I feel a lot better today, so it was a good chance to get some stuff done and also get a good stream in tonight, so. It's a little interesting, your G-forces are actually stronger off of the second drop than the first one. They go over 4 there, but off of this first drop, they go into the upper 3s. But it's some really good hang time at the top. That's about 0, maybe even slightly below. And then right over here too, reaching about 0 Gs. I really like hang time on tall inversions, especially when it contrasts with later inversions and you get those higher G-forces. A good example of that is Kraken, the floorless coaster at SeaWorld. At the first vertical loop you get really good hang time, and then the second vertical loop you pull more positive Gs. And you can really feel the difference. Alright, let me update that real quick. Update. Oh yeah, I see that. Wow. It'll look even better when we pull it back up and check it out up close. Oh, you managed to get a bunch of trees. Cannot build here? What? Put it back here. Yeah, wow. You've got the concrete base. Oh, that is super cool. I really like that. I love how this dive loop also passes just underneath the lift hill. Right there. That looks super cool. Yeah, Jimper's great job. This is a beautiful coaster. I like this right here. Kind of the rollout of the half loop into the mid course. This is loaded with inversions too. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the most that I can think of any dive coaster. I don't know any dive coasters that have 6 inversions, which is really cool. Super well done. It is 7? Let me go back into it. I missed the roll before the final brake run. No, I counted that one. Let me recount. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I missed this loop right here. 6, 7. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, I know I caught the final roll. I missed this loop right here, which is a really cool profile loop. It's it almost has like a Sidewinder effect. But for the purposes of profiling it, I consider it more of a vertical loop, almost like it goes into kind of part of a it almost feels like an inclined loop coming this way, except it does roll totally vertical in the first half. So it definitely is a little bit more of a Sidewinder effect. What a great coaster. Alright. We're gonna load into the tropical park and mess around a bit. I did a little bit of work on this station off stream, and I've got it into a relatively good place. I'm actually going to delete the building because that is not the most up-to-date. And then I need to go... Alright, that is off, so we're good. Delete all of this. Let me go into blueprints here. Paths cannot cross, really? Align with station. Okay, that's what I want there. I need to rotate it and shift it. Oh. Hey, Bromik. Yeah, I am feeling better. And no, you did not miss it. And Jimper's also asking about it. Yeah. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Alright. Let me make sure that is up to a ½ meter. Actually, we're going to turn it to 1. I actually switched the units over to meters just for the ability to precisely create the pathing that was needed. I believe that's the right height. Let me double check it. Too steep. Uh-oh. What's going on? Do I need to turn it to a ½ ? I did. Okay, that's it right there. Oh, it... Wait a second. Well... Alright. Let me go in here, retoggle that. Ah, this bug again. Okay, hold on. So gonna put that over there. Cookie just confirmed the metric system is more precise. In this game it is because it's based on meters. Like, all the building pieces are based on meters, and it's easier to get the right queue length and stuff like that if you set it to meters, because you can go 1, 2, 4, etc., just like the building pieces. I'm gonna turn it back. That was just a temporary fix to try to get this more accurate. Ah! It's connected, but it's interesting how it kind of gets cut off a little bit by the floor right there. But basically what I did, and I'll show you real quick if you remember from the last stream, when I was working on this building, I went in and did a little bit of finesse work with the columns in the walls. So I actually just took a couple concrete columns, lined them up, and it works out okay. I had to do that in a few places. I had to do one over here, right there, and then one on the first floor. For this coaster, I also had to lengthen the station a little bit to get it to line up. So I kind of had to reprofile this turn just a little bit. Hey, Maria. I didn't even realize that was you. I read the message without even looking who posted it. I want to change up the path, so I'll work on that. The reason I lengthened this station was to get it to fit a longer building that looks more symmetrical. Now you have 2 sections with windows right here, and 2 right there, and this is 3 wide to fit both staircases. The second one is shorter, but this looks parallel. Okay. Jimpers, one interesting thing to note about this, for some reason, it would not let me do track supports on the lift hill. Like, I highlight all of this up here, turn track supports on, and none of it turns on for some reason. I haven't tried it with the rest of the coaster, other than just like back here at the final brakes, and then all of this here. I think we could clean this up. Yeah, I wanted it to keep those there. I could actually delete all of these floor pieces and just raise the terrain slightly. These were placeholders. I also did away with the split plaster with like the ocean waves and stuff, because when I went to set up all of the different pieces, they did not align putting the arches and other like wall segments in, so I decided to take those out. Oh, that should be sampled. Did I miss the announcement? No, you didn't. I have not said anything about it just yet. Alright, let's bump that just a notch upward. And... yeah, that's at grade. For some reason, the grid with the paths doesn't line up perfectly, and I don't understand why. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody can finesse that because I haven't figured it out. There's still a little bit of a gap right there. Let's bump that up slightly. Let's get it to merge. I'm probably a little bit too much of a perfectionist. But, yeah, it's all good. Okay, now that the building is set and I'm 97% happy with it. Oh, this is one other thing that I have not figured out. Right here, for some odd reason, with merge off, if I go in and create a stamp, this doesn't line up right. And look at the elevation difference. It doesn't look like much, but I don't understand why it's sloping downward and then the very jagged incline right there. It may have something to do with the queue, but I don't understand why if merge is off and they're separated by these wall pieces. So what I thought of doing is possibly just leaving these for some sort of buildings, you know, ride photo, actual like shop fronts as opposed to just the stands. But I've not fully decided yet. So what I plan on doing with this building, and let's go ahead, we can add railings and paint the queue and the regular paths and stuff like that. I want to do something with this right here. We'll probably reroute the railroad, and I might raise the terrain up a little bit, kind of make a hill, and I kind of wanted to play around with the concrete pieces and fences that you see on some really realistic coasters. And this isn't totally finished. I want to do some sort of like beams on these stairs right here and stuff like that. See, for some reason this also sticks out right here, and I'm not totally sure. Oh, that's the I'm sorry, not the entrance, the exit gate. Let's move that in place right there. Haha, that's where it belongs. Okay, that's why that was sticking through. Alright. So what I think I'm going to do for this here is we're going to get this swirly path. And I really like the tan color. So we're going to go in and paint all of this. Supports are off, foundation is off, and curbs are off. We'll turn those on just where we need to do the, like, staircase and stuff. Come on. So we'll go through and paint all of this. So this is probably the most elaborate building I've done. You can actually paint these up here so they match. And that looks absolutely beautiful in my opinion. That's all good. Let's go back down to the second floor, just make sure we've got everything. Yeah, we do. And let's go to the first floor. Alright. Next up would be the queue. So if we go into that, I think what we'll do here, we could do the blue queue path, but I really like these arrow ones. And what we'll do is color the arrows. I'm gonna go with this, like, Carolina or Argentinian blue for the main queue. We'll keep those on. Painted metal railings. And we'll paint the main queue. I don't care about it overlapping the priority at the moment. Now what we'll do for the priority queue is paint it a... went a little bit far. Oh, that's a little too dark, so we'll switch to regular blue. We can leave the railings medium. Ah! Yeah, there's a little bit of interference. It's always a little bit tricky to get them to paint when they're side by side, just to get one of them. And you know, the way to do that is probably to just build them separately. So maybe we just go in and do that. Alright, let's add some railings. So we'll go in here. For this, we'll toggle railings on. Curbs are required for the railings. What is that? DFC49E. Or we could go with brown. They're probably hidden by the wall. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and I think what we'll do for outward... Maybe something like that. And then let's go in to our octagon. Really? Why doesn't that want to tie in? And what I think we'll do is we'll route the... Alright, let's try this here. Gonna redo this queue just to kind of maintain its independence from the regular one. Let's actually switch those back. And paint over all of this here. Get this queue the appearance I want it to have. Good. Okay. A little bit of precision here. Alright. Now, we'll build a new one with these colors. Come on. Alright, don't do this right now. Come on. Alright, what's going on right here? Were you able to get Flight Sim 24 installed? I have not yet. I haven't messed with Flight Sim. I plan on doing that soon. But lately I've just been kind of focusing on this game. Alright, Q path. Let me make sure the colors are what I want. Blue, medium blue for the railings. Alright, now it ties in. So we're gonna do just a bump snap right there. Alright, it likes that. And then we don't get the bump snap here, so this is going to be a little bit trickier. Oh, come on. That's the length we need. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that looks the way we want it to. And from here we'll just build the priority queue out. That should not tie in right there though, so we'll actually pull that tile up. And that works out. And then for this here, we'll switch over, turn the length snap off, and it should bump right in line with that there. So turn that to 45 degrees, and then we can do kind of our paddle pen. Alright, so it's only going to let us do there. Let's pull that up, because I actually want it to come from right here. Oh, no. Alright, hold on. Ah, that works. That's a little bit sloped. So let me come back through and remove all of those. It's actually still sloped right here. So let me pull these up. That's flat. Yep. Alright. Actually, this one is sloped as well. So let's do just a little bit of terrain work right here. Level that all out. Oh my gosh. Ha! I can't get it angled right. Alright, there we go. Okay. So we've got the queues in place. We might need to add a little bit more depending on how busy this gets. But that is set up. Now we'll come back in, add the... Ooh, let's turn that down to size of 1. And yeah, look at that same thing here, although not as significant as the one up there. But it dips down to a different elevation. Interestingly. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Is this... That is size 3, is it not? Oh, it's only a 2. I thought I selected 3, but you know what? So we can redo that. I mean, the building itself is set, and we can always change that up and make that bigger. Okay. 2 trains. Actually, yeah, you cannot make these longer than 8 cars. That must be the limit, even though the station is a little bit longer. The other thing we could do is take this up, but I actually like it a little bit longer. Just because it fits the length of the building, and it was a small reprofile to get this to work. Dale, what's going on, man? Glad you like it, I appreciate it. It's a work in progress, but it is close, I will say, to what I'm going for. I think I said I was like 97% happy with it or something, which is good. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, as you all know, but that's good enough because to get it 100% perfect, I would have easily spent another 2 to 3 hours on it, and I'm not about to do that. We'll work with what we've got. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that special. It's not so important, honestly. But I will say, due to popular request, it is time. Just give me 1 second here. There we are. Way to Discord, sweet. I thought you were going to announce you're starting a new park. No. I am planning on that. But everybody was requesting a Discord. So, not only you all PC2 viewers, but some of my Flight Sim viewers as well. So, I figured I'd go ahead and just set one up. Alright, let's go in here and, I think we'll go with maybe these metal ones. Let's put some benches. Let's get a trash can as well. Maybe we'll put one kind of like right there, right outside the exit. Maybe one down here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do corner columns right there. This won't be too tough. Advanced move, duplicate. And yeah, rotate it that way. Is it working for anyone? It says it's invalid. It should be valid. If it's not, let me know and I'll create a new. Push that back a notch. That looks like it's lined up. Place that right there. If I could share pics on here, I'd show you what I see. Let me just double check that link real quick. Alright, try that. And I just pulled the old link. Hopefully that works. Okay. So what I'm planning on doing for these 2 floors down here, the first floor I think I'm going to do like a cafe, so we'll set up a restaurant or maybe even 2. Let's go in here and actually... Just a sec. Alright, you got it. Awesome. Alright, so let's go in. We'll start with 1. Add to scenery group. Yeah, I want it to snap in place. Ha! The wall's in the way a little bit. Ah! Alright, we'll actually just put one there. And... add tables. And we could actually go with booths, which is not something that I usually do. Have some right up against the windows here would actually be pretty cool. And we could change the color of the table and the seats and everything. Let's turn that off and align it more precisely. Actually, if we just place it here, and let's close out of that. Oh, we gotta do it here. Okay. Advanced rotate. Now we'll shift it 90 degrees. These will be staggered a little bit. That's not obstructed. Give me a break. Oh, come on! Alright, hold on. Hey, QCM, hello. How are you? Alright, let's go back and then try this again. Oh, so it just needed a little bit of a gap. Yeah, so we may adjust the position of those a little bit. And then if we wanted to do... Oh! We got up on that other floor there. You should check out Brawmic's newest workshop creations. They're absolutely stunning. I've just downloaded all of his latest uploads. Just wow. We'll check him out. If you all have any like coasters or workshop items you want to share, go for it. I would prefer not to do parks today. But if you have any individual pieces you want me to look at, I'm more than up for that. So let's go half a meter, and that actually, the spacing looks really good. So we'll go with that there. Let me actually grab these. I want to try to shift them just a little bit. It's actually... My goal is to put that up against the corner there. Yeah. Yeah, we could actually go a tad bit more. How's that? There we go, that's where I want them. And there's enough space. Get rid of these. Did you miss the announcement? Jimpers, it's a few messages up. Alright, we can go through and take out a few of these excess. Try to open up a gap that way. Alright, how many of these do we have? We've got 8. 7, so 15. 22. And 26. So that's going to be too many for one restaurant, but it would not be optimized for 2 unless we did like upstairs or outdoor seating, which I've actually considered. We could do some outdoor seating. We've got room. We just need to open up like a little bit of a pathway. But the other thing too is this is gonna probably be crowded of people coming through to get off the coaster. So maybe we take a few of these out. I don't know. Let me open that up in Nepal. Alright, see what you all think there. Just gonna open that up for a minute. Let's assign some seats. If we do 2 restaurants, we'll have to figure out how to position them. We might actually end up pulling a couple tables and staggering them this way to leave that as a path for outside. Alright, so we have a vote for do 2 restaurants, and the other one is just 1 but add outdoor seats. So we could do like a patio or something. Upstairs, we're gonna do like a gift shop and ride photos. I think we'll do the ride photos right up against this wall. We'll just need to add a camera on the ride. Alright, test results are really good. So we'll actually just shut it down for now until we're ready to open. Let me look and see what a good spot for a ride photo would be. We could really do them just about anywhere. Tough crowd out there tonight. It's a little quiet, but I don't really mind. It is what it is, you know. So we could do somewhere over here. Up before the helix, so we could put it out. So that's the first drop. So this is the... We could do like right there as well. That showcase a lot of the we didn't make much profit today. Ha! Compared to I was pulling a couple million, or a million and change before. 158 isn't much, but hey, it's still a profit and it's sandbox, so we have unlimited funds. I think we'll put it right there for now. kind of got reversed on itself. Oh my gosh. What is going on with this? That looks like it's okay, but it's a little bit blocked by the train in front of it, but yeah, well, we'll go with that there. Hey, Darkhound Doom, welcome. Alright, second vote for outdoor seats and 2 restaurants. Was out shopping with Mom, so I guess I missed the start of the stream. Ah, it's alright. No big deal. You all just show up when you can, when you want, and you're not obligated to be here at the start or stay for any length of time. It's come and go as you please. In my opinion, the more you catch, generally the better, but I will never obligate anybody to be here any certain time or amount of time. Alright, and a third vote for outdoor and 2 restaurants. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. I pinned the link to the Discord for you all. Alright, let's add. I think we're just gonna do round tables. I mean, we could do these. Or some picnic benches. Got good deals on Christmas decorations, heck yeah. I actually put my tree up today. I haven't finished decorating it, but I got the lights up, the beads up, and everything. I'll do the ornaments another day. I'm not in a big hurry. Alright, we've got enough room. We can stagger these a little. And I'm not worried right now about the exact spacing. We can shift them all. So let's add these. And what I'm thinking is we could actually reserve a few for the other restaurant for outside. So let's do that. And maybe add... I know we're gonna leave this back row. I'm honestly thinking about leaving a clear path here. 17 tables. Well, actually, we have exactly 40 in place. We could add... Let's see, and if it gets too crowded and we have to remove a few, then so be it. Let's actually add the back 3. Oh. Add one more. And then for that one... Hold on. Oh. I had it backwards. Doesn't really matter. Go ahead and open it up. And how about adding a few umbrellas? Planet Coaster Parasol umbrellas. Could change the colors of that. We could do the resort ones. Mm. Yeah, I think the medium or regular blue actually looks better. Yeah. So the medium blue looks just a... Yeah, I think we do that there. That's too light. We'll go with the regular blue. For the tables, we could go with a mid-gray or light. I like the silver, actually. And then if we wanted to get rid of, like, the wood appearance, we could actually change that to a darker gray or a Spanish gray. Actually, I kind of like that. Could even stagger them, going like teal every few or something like that. I don't know. I think that's good. The restaurants are open. Now we just have to try to get people over here. And then, this would kind of just help space these a little bit better. Oh, hold on. The level of precision with these is, at times, mildly insane. What I don't want to do is block that, though. Yeah, so maybe we stagger him a bit. I don't know, or we just pull that one up or something. I don't know. Alright, Bralmick, have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah, so we'll go with that there. And the restaurant inside is set up. We will need to do a few trash cans. So let's make sure we have those in place where we would need them. So probably, we'll definitely need at least one outside. So maybe like up here. Maybe a couple back here. I suppose a single bench might not be bad to have, like, right there. Yeah, we'll just select it and pull it out from halfway behind the wall. Like that there. Can back there might not be a bad idea either. We'll need a few inside as well. Maybe like there, just as people are walking through. Maybe let's actually do this. Let's put benches and we'll pull them off the wall slightly. Not sure about that. I mean, it probably looks okay. do one there and a couple benches over here. For ways to optimize seating. This is going to be a pretty intense ride, so I think some people are going to want places to rest. Alright, yeah, we're covered up top with benches and a trash can, and then we've got some over here. Let me save real quick, and I'm actually going to step up and take a quick break. Let me save over that. And I'm going to step away real quick. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about the delay. It'd be actually nice to get these to branch off at the same, but due to spacing. I'm not going to be too much of a perfectionist right now, even though I tend to do that. Okay, next up, let's add photo kiosk, and we've got the option of doing a full-fledged shop and placing some scenery. And I'm curious how it would line up if we did it would not too steep. Aha! So it is interfering with the queue. Then maybe what we do right here is just kind of cordon that off and do... We could even extend it and do like a fountain up here or something like that. Oh, he just walked through the wall. Might have to figure out a way to prevent that or something. Yeah. Maybe somebody can help me with that. And then what I think we'll actually do is place, let's connect to the ride. Come on. Hey, come on! There we go. Did not want to let me select the coaster for some reason. And then I'm thinking we actually do TVs on... We can maybe shift them a little bit. This will be like the photo wall, and then we'll do the gift shop on that side. Up here. JP, welcome back. Alright, so let me grab these. Let's do a multi-select. Nope, that won't let us do that. Okay. Come on. It's being buggy. I really like this game. I enjoy it a heck of a lot. Wait, are these overlapping? They are very slightly. Okay. Yeah, so these two actually need to be moved down. Try to cover the gap. Good enough. Grab all four of them. Duplicate one more time. Shift them. Tad bit more. Good enough there. And what we'll do is actually grab all 8 of them now. Shift them over this way. Maybe put a poster. Maybe lower those just a little bit. We could get them... Maybe you have room for a poster there. Let's maybe try that. And then we can go in and add. Let me go into resort theme. Why is that crooked? Oh, it's hidden very slightly by the column. Maybe what we do is just move it very slightly off the wall. Do I have the Toy Box DLC? Yes, I got it. Alright, let's... I want to just try... something. Oh, shoot! Not that. Advanced move, and just shift it a tad bit backward. So a little bit of a gap there. And then we can do... maybe right back here, another poster of some sort. Oh, that's maybe a little bit too large. That works. Okay, that's lined up. So maybe by nature, just the posters are a little bit kind of warped. Oh, it's not available, so we probably need to get this to run a circuit. Let's just do that. We can get the TVs synced. Restaurant is already getting some activity, which is a good sign. Pleased to see that. Well, that's part of it. It's shifted just a little bit. Okay. And then we'll do a gift shop. And what I think I'm going to do is actually pull these 2 tiles up right here. And what we'll do is just turn the railings on right here. Now, let's actually go with the painted metal ones, just like the others. Keep it uniform. And we'll do maybe some sort of a fountain or something right in here. A scenery piece of some sort. Let's go. Nope. Let's clear that. Well, we'll go into that there. Statues, centerpieces. Okay, fountains are going to be in here. A little bit too large. Too large. Or it's too tall. Oh, we could do that. We'd have to scale it down just a little. Let's maybe turn it to 90%. 88. Oh, you know what? Let me try something here. I want to see, do they have a square? Yes. Too large. Whoa. Okay. Let me try. I'm just curious how this would work. It actually works okay. And we could put maybe some small fountain effects. Alright, before we do that, let me check these TVs. Oh gosh, it pops us up above now to the station. Gee. bugged. But 7 and 8. Go. Yeah, see, it's a little bit cut off there. I don't know really much what we could do other than just adjust some of those. We've got those set up. Alright, let's come back over to the fountain. I think this is the best thing that we can do to keep up with that. And is it sticking out of the building? No, it is not. Oh, so that actually works out nicely. It's sticking out of the roof just a tiny bit. Or out of the roof, out of the ceiling on the first floor. So what we could do is advanced move and just shift it just a tiny bit upward until it is no longer. What's that? Oh, perfect. And the height difference is negligible. You can't even really tell. And the railings run right by it, so that's remains. Pretty much right where we want it. If we wanted to push that just a tad bit that direction. Right over the curb. Perfect. I would love to see... In fact, let me search it. Boat. I would love if they had like some sort of a sailboat that you could fit. That's really cool, this paddle steamer. Now you have a rowboat. Let me open up a poll. See what y'all think. And I think if we go with special effects, we clear that out. And so we've got some fountains now. Shut that back down from test. Ah, I meant to do that here. Post that right behind the counter. And we'll need to add some shelves here, so let's go with, oh, those actually fit perfectly in those little... Figure we just place them there. Kind of leave the middle open. Oh, we could potentially add a few. Could do like a round corners like there. They're not perfectly lined up, but it's... Well, some balloons, I think. have a collab park you'd like you to check out soon if you can. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing any parks tonight. I'm not going to be on a whole lot longer because it is a night before work, so I'm not going to be up super late. Alright, let's come back over and select some stuff. So we've got luxury balloons, character balloons. I think what we'll do, we'll keep those on. Maybe a postcard rack. We need a stand with hats. So we've got a couple votes to go ahead and put a boat in the middle of the fountain. We'll do that in a minute. So the only thing we're missing is postcards. Let me add a postcard stand. It's gonna be those right there. Hope that's not going to get too crowded. We could actually... Well, let's go ahead and open it. And then... Let me grab a boat. That's still probably way... yeah, that's way too large. Seems like maybe a rowboat is gonna be the best fitting. Oh, that looks like it's bugged. Oh, there we go. That's hitting the ceiling. Yeah. So we'll go with the small ones and we'll just kind of stagger them around here. add a couple trash cans. Couple other benches. You can tell I'm tired. It's a little late. I'm not too tired. A little bit. Alright. Let's see. That there. Yeah, that should be good. We've got people coming upstairs already. That's good. Alright. All that we have left to do is finish up this coaster. Let's give some nice colors for the train. And let's get this ride open. It's due time. We'll have to adjust the timing on this a little. Let's give these colors, coaster cars a nice color. And we should probably add some music too. Now thinking of like a boat and a wind, we can give brown. Maybe this nice Argentinian blue. I don't know about that, the brown and blue. Maybe we go with a, maybe mid blue for the restraints, and... Oh, the seats do change color. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking not the brown. I actually really do like the black. Gives a good contrast to the blue. And if we want to change the color... Actually, I like the blue there better. And let's give this some good music. This is very worthy. One thing too, I have not checked out the new tunes. So for Toy Box, let's just listen. Techno. Alright, let's see what else. It's actually kind of pretty. Sounds a little bit like what I have on my Flight Sim streams. We got Action Figure Overture. That's pretty neat. I don't think so. That's cool, but it's just not suited at all for this. I'm curious about the Christmas music. That's cute. Oh, that's really pretty. It's a kind of a mix of the Planet Coaster theme with... Yeah, that's really neat. No, all I want for Christmas is you. That is one of the most overrated, overplayed, and I just... In my opinion, this is a hot take, but it's one of the worst Christmas songs in my opinion. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm just curious kind of what would fit like the wind theme. It's too piratey. Amen. Yeah. Glad I'm not the only one that feels that way. I'm thinking of something that would catch like the wind and kind of upbeat and hyped since this is an intense coaster. That song is a certain kind of torture. Yeah, I agree. Maybe a little intense. I quite like it. Ah! Well, JP, you're entitled to your opinion. Say, I won't give any slack on my opinion of the piece, but if others like it, then I respect that. This isn't playing for some reason. JP Cookie is wrong, I will find you. No. I wonder what's... You have to give her props because it was still really well made. I mean... Yeah... I mean, she obviously did wonders making a song that 30 years later is still a massive hit every single year, but... That's actually pretty cool, but it's too techno for me. That's a good one for like the surf theme though. Oh, that's, yeah. Oh, yeah, that doesn't really fit this. That's a good one. I'm wondering about maybe this one. It's kind of too techno-y. I would like something more orchestral and... There's a great song though. It's one of my favorite in game. No. Yeah. Maybe we go with that. Kind of hyped up. And then if we wanted to get creative and add some sound effects. Hold on tight and enjoy your ride. Now we can do a sequence. Let's see. Let's give it a test run. And we need to do a little terrain work. And we'll do all the terrain work at a later time. Duration's almost 2 minutes long, so we can actually adjust the station timing a little more. So let's do... let's do that. Let's get the ride open. There we go. That has been a long time coming. We'll do a ride entrance at some point. Well, I'm not seeing any decals that look like wind. What we could do is water. Well, these are actually kinda... And we have the new letter sets. They're not showing up in here right now. And we've kind of got them winding a bit. What color is that? 0A9D... 0A9 1D6. Alright, so I actually want to paint all of those the same to kind of blend them. So let's grab each of these letters. Hold on. Something there wasn't right with the selection. Just coming back. Wow, this sure has come a long way. Yeah! I'm just wondering what would happen if we... Yeah, it's a little bit large. If we scaled it downward just a little to fit. Shift it to the back. Yeah, and we could scale that down to match. And then if we go with signs, let's find a good sign. That looks great, don't touch it. I think I'm gonna shift this just a tiny bit. Yeah, let's do that. I actually like that. I could even these out just a little bit more. Because the goal was to kind of stagger it a little bit, kind of in the shape of the wind. What I thought about doing here is adding some sort of a sign. Maybe 2 signs. I don't like that there. I was thinking about that. I don't know. It doesn't look great. It's off. Maybe we can come up with some other sort of a sign. This over here I was thinking about. Let me go into blueprints. Let's go resort theme. I wanted to do some sort of a nice... That is much too large. And it's backwards. Ah! No, because it blocks the sign on the building. Pork is looking great. I appreciate it. Maybe if we did just a small... Scale it down a little bit. That does not scale well. What's up with that? That scale's okay. Oh, those are wall pieces. That's why that does not work. Okay, so we can't even really do that. I was gonna just customize it a little bit. Shoot. No. I would love to do that there, but it's up against the building, and it obscures the... Unless we just move those onto this or some other sign platform or something like that. Where we could do that is like right here, for example. Take the dolphins out since they don't really fit. Stacked up rocks with a waterfall and tropical landscaping. Yeah, we could do that. So let me see if we went with some sort of a resort centerpiece. Yeah, the tikis don't really fit that well. These do. Stacked up rocks creating an archway. Ooh. In my thought, the other thing that we could do is just go in and grab like some of these columns or something. And add a sign on each of these. Kinda like that. We can change the colors and stuff. And then let's go in, find a sign that we could add the text to. This tends to be one that we use a lot. Maybe we can add something there. Let's change the font. No. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, I like that, actually. give that a more medium blue. We'll give this a lighter blue. And then maybe what we do is actually reverse the colors on that. Go with the Argentinian. Yeah, colors are reversed. And then with these, we'll actually like alternate the color. The medium blue, Argentinian blue on the bottom, and a regular blue. And then for over here, we can do the same, or we can reverse it. Something like that. And if we go in and do rock, really? Nature, I don't know. Nature region, that's what we need. Tropical, we can add. Ah, that's too large. Too large. Eh. I would have to try to do the rocks creating an arch. That would be a little bit tough. Maybe we can come up with some sort of a Hook me up with some exotic tropical flowers. They don't have very good tropical flowers in here. But let's see maybe what we can come up with. Oh, those are actually quite pretty. Now let's do the 2 meter. Oh, what was that? Hardy ice plant. You can't go wrong with some good roses. We're doing roses right here. Change the color of them. Bright white. Ever seen blue roses? Oh, that's pretty. Have you played with scaling them up? Not too much when I place trees manually. When I use the brush, so you have it set to where they do a random scale, like between, I think 80 and 120% by default, but you can adjust that. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at the queue for that. Holy cow. That's a decent size line for this coaster. That's good. Let's adjust the timing, because they're sitting out of the station at the lift. They came over once you added them flowers. Yeah. And we could do... Let's see, if we're gonna do that, we might need to move these upward a bit. Maybe level it out. Yeah, but see, look at all these people taking the benches after they rode. That's a good sign that adding them was a good idea. See, it's weird, they're walking through the wall right there. Probably have to come up with some barrier or find a way to split that so it doesn't... I'm actually curious. What would happen, and I'm just gonna try this, if we place a stamp and make sure merge is off? Actually, if we just do a line... and merge is off, it should prevent people from walking through the wall. No, you all aren't stuck. Come on. No, they still walk through it. Interesting. Just add a palm tree to the left and multicolored rose bushes. Yeah, we could try that. left her. Also, I was just looking back. What is the special announcement? It's pinned. I finally set up a Discord channel. People have been asking for it, and I got around to it. Cookie has a Discord and is also... Dale, I'm gonna kick your butt! You might lose your, special privileges in my park of being a, vandal catcher. Alright, now let's go in and grab these medium and small... It's terrible. Oh, that's actually quite pretty. All the different roses. Thinking maybe we could grab a couple and kind of color them differently. Or something like that. That looks really nice in my opinion, though. Yeah, look at the line, though. So the coaster's rating. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get some yellows and reds and blues. Well, I mean, everything around here is blue, so I don't really think the reds and yellows would match. I thought about maybe some darker blues and some whites. But for now, it's a start. I mean, we can go back and tweak them more. One thing we'll need to do at some point in the near future is redo the railroad, since it passes way close beneath the coaster track. And the station timing there's... But, then the opposite of what everything else is colored. Ha! Yeah, I mean, maybe. Line those up that way. Maybe some trees. And back here. Could even do like a section of roses over here or something like that. But we'll look at that at a later time. Alright, it is good to have this. Looks gorgeous though. Yeah, this is the most elaborate scenery so far, other than like, Well, I mean, the building is probably one of the most elaborate that I've done as well, even though it's a bit plain on the outside. But inside, I mean, we've got this all set up here. And it's busy. It's actually turning out to get some good, yeah, look at that. It's a little bit off, some of those there. Do you go to the left or the right with that train track? So it goes to the right. It comes this way, passes through here, underneath that. We're gonna reroute it at some point anyway, once we develop this area back here. Next thing I want to do is get this opened up. Could you possibly add a built by Jimper's watermark? You know what? You built the coaster, yeah. I can do that. I want the 3D letters off. I'm saying when you reroute it. Oh, probably closer to the edge of the map, so whichever way that is. Further, if you're going in the direction of... Oh, see, that's actually kind of neat there. If you're going from the perspective of the direction the train is traveling, it would be further left, closer to the edge of the map. Give it a little longer route, too, because that's one of the shortest. Did I really scroll past the letters? Or am I, oh, here they are. With the medium blue for a contrast, or maybe even a... Nah. Make it Comic Sans as it's the worst font. No, I purposely left the capital B. See, I really like this though, because it fits the signs over there. Just the built capital B. Yeah, Ribeye is a nice font. Yeah, there you go, right there. I think that looks pretty cool. Only adding a watermark to the coasters I feel are worthy. Well, this is one of your best ones for sure. Oh wow, yeah, look at that line. That's gonna be full in no time. Somebody's excited. I wonder if they think it's gonna be too long. No, they like the scenery. It's not too bad. Get them some freaking shade. Yeah, we can do, do some covered canopies like that. Just surround it with huge ass palm trees. We could do that, but I thought about doing some like custom canopies for this here. Oh, it doesn't match up quite right. I might have to do like custom supports. I mean, because we could definitely put the canopies over here, but we just have to... Yeah, we'll figure that out. I suppose we definitely could put some trees in the area. Doesn't even want to place the smaller ones over here. Interesting. Alright, something's up with that, but yeah, that's mostly taken care of. I mean, we may revamp that because this is pretty dense. Alright, I am gonna jump off though. I'm getting pretty tired and I've got some stuff to do. So this was fun. We got this open. We did a bunch of work getting all that set up. So this is a good point to leave it off, I think. Absolutely beautiful. I'm very happy with how that's come out. This is going to be a... You know what? Let me do something real quick. Click the ride. and let's get that up on the workshop. And we've got a 5-star park rating now that we have extra attractions and stuff, and I think the people are happy there. Let's get this uploaded. This is this is a killer good coaster. Jimpers, he did such an awesome job with that. That should be a pretty popular one. Hopefully we get people grabbing that. But, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it off here, folks. Thanks so much for hanging out. I should be on tomorrow. Give or take normal time. And we'll pick back up then. Maybe we'll do some other stuff in the park. Start working on this area, tying that together or something. But we'll figure it out. Maybe terrain work around there. But that's going to do it here. Hope you all have a great rest of the night or day. Feel free to check out the Discord if you're interested, now that I finally got that set up. We'll pick back up tomorrow, and as always, until then, take care.